I command my spirit to remove everything from me which is not authentically me. I call to my spirit and command it to remove everything from me which is not authentically me. I command my spirit to remove everything from me which is not authentically me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I call in all parts of my soul, my spirit, my beautiful inner being. I call you all to conference with me in linking through the love that we are. My many parts together into one big, beautiful being of colour and bright and knowledge, intensity, intention, brilliance, creation, knowing. I call it all to me. I command Prime Creator, I command Prime Creation to give me all of me now. In the past, I felt inadequate because I had not the means to provide for my children, and therefore I lost them from my life. And again, I find myself here, ready to lose this beautiful little animal who's decided to come and play and work and live and love with me. And it is for this same reason that I seem unable to create this. But of course I can create so many things. I seem to have created a big boulder, something which is now time to dissolve, to evaporate, to unfurl, uncurl, work out what the true origin of this is. That there is something that says I may not have the home, the house that I wish to live in. And this is for my family, it was in the past, for me as a mother, to be able to have a place for my children and myself to live in and to grow in. That there was no possibility in my mind of creating that. No possibility in my mind of being able to do that, being able to maintain and sustain that. And that's so horrible. It's so awful that a young woman in that place had that feeling. And I did. It was desperation. It was so sad that I had in my mind no resource to help me. There was nothing that could help me do it. I felt like I tried everything, but there was nothing that could help me ever have that. We're going to look at that thought form right now. I'm going to take that thought form and we're going to put it in one of our beautiful bubbles of translucent light. The beautiful rainbow nacra surrounding it. And we together, my spirit, my being, the beauty of my soul, my entire being, we are going to know this, we're going to understand it, we are going to see it and own it, and dissolve and replace it. So we take this and we turn it a quarter turn, and we have a look again at it, and what do we see? Suddenly I see a basket full of snakes or eels wriggling out. For now I will turn it again, a quarter turn of the circle. This thought form, this idea within the bubble that we've contained it in. And what do I now see? I see the scene from my dream as a child where my father was driving the car. I've had this dream so many times and recalled it. My father was driving the car towards a blue car, a very old-fashioned kind of blue car, almost like a Lada. And we came to a fork in the roads, and there was the fox that said to go this way, and we went the way we should never have gone, and my brother and I were in the back, desperately trying to steer away from either of these choices. I'll leave that for now. Take the sphere with this thought for a minute, and we turn it once more to see it from another perspective. What do I see? I see a girl holding an apple that's been chopped in half. It's me wearing a little blue dress and a white shirt, my little hair in its little side parting and a sweet little clip, my big little eyes. And there is this apple, and I think that there's just been a little worm, a little maggot appear in the centre. It was chopped through, and I'm looking at it, just holding it up to me. I'm just going to take that little girl's hand for a moment. We're just going to go for a walk. We'll see what she'd like to say to us. Hello, little me. Tell me, what would you like to tell me right now? That I can't have the apple because it's poisoned. Like the fairy tale. No, I can't eat the apple because it's poisoned, she says. Is the apple really poisoned, my little one? Is that just a little worm that likes to live in the apple sometimes? You think if you eat it, you're going to get sick? Is that what you're telling me? All right, let's take the apple, let's put it in the compost heap, we'll just bury it. If you think it's not a good apple to eat, that's fine. Let's go and dig a little hole in the compost heap and put that apple in there. It's not wasted, it'll disappear into the earth. All the little cells and energy will go back into the earth. Should we go and find you a new apple, or you'd like a peach from the peach tree? Let's go and find that for you. Goodbye. You're waving goodbye as you skip off. That's in the house I used to live in, Hollyman's-Platt. Now I'm going to turn the thought form again, see what new perspective we get. My brother is there, and he's talking to me as a teenager now. He's holding me. I'm not allowed to be angry and stand up for something that has upset me. He's holding me at the command of my mother. He's restraining me and telling me I'm stupid. Did you know I'm not stupid? Did you know that I have the courage to stand up for what I know is right and what is wrong for me? Did you know that I am a person who knows what is good and what is bad for herself? Whereas you don't, because here you are being the henchman of my mother. Neither of you are in a good place of balance. How dare you put your hands on me? Take them off immediately and apologize. You too, mother. It is wrong what the two of you have done to me. You've hurt me. You did not respect me. You certainly didn't listen to me, and you didn't care a bit about how I felt. That is not love at all. That is fear, control, and arrogance. And I don't like it. You can go away, please. And now I'm silently clapping that one because that's what I wanted to have said. Didn't feel I had any power or freedom to say any of that. Not at all. My breath was restricted. I never was allowed to say what I wanted. Never was allowed to say what I wanted. I was never allowed to say what I wanted. So now we take the thought form and we turn it again. This time we're going to turn it from the top down, and we see a new perspective of this. Let us see what we see. I'm at Ascot races with my apparent friend, I'm wearing my pink and white Laura Ashley dress. It's a beautiful little candy striped dress, so sweet. A little sailor suit of beautiful pure cotton Laura Ashley, and the lovely little pink hat, little white gloves. I am so adorable. Must have been such a sweet pie. What can we see more here? There is something I'm longing for. Some kind of appreciation of who and what I am. Some kind of value of itinerant beauty. Some kind of recognition. Because I don't have the tools in that time to have given it to myself, and no one else was giving me appreciation or from around me. There is this little girl with beautiful confidence, actually, especially considering everything around. Such a sweet person. Little golden blonde hair at the time. I'm going to just talk to her and see if there's something we can give her. Hello, me. If you could have anything right now, what would you like to do? You'd like to go to the horses and speak to them and ride them or be near them. All right, let's go over to the horses and have a look. And they love you, don't they? The animals love you. Are you a good person? Yes. Are you a worthy person? No. Why do you say that? Because you don't get what you want. You don't receive that which you ask for. Is there a good thing to suffer? Is it good to suffer? No. How do you get what it is that you want? How do we change it? See around us, we have the full person of our soul, of our spirit. Shall we ask it? How do we get that which we want? The little girl says you change what you want, and then you can have it. If you stop wishing for what you want, then it's fine. And that's what I did. If I couldn't have what I wanted, I would just change what I wanted so that it would fit with what I got. That doesn't quite sound like the right equation, does it? How do you get something you love and you want? My soul says, draw it into being, sing it into being, feel it into being. We've said that to ourselves many times. We draw it from the ethers to us. So we're going to do this now. Little tiny one with your apple, now a peach. Little pretty pink and white striped one. And you there on the sofa. We're going to describe what you truly want. I would like to live near to my children because I love them. It's that simple, really. I would like to live, and the thought already comes in of what I don't want, but I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at what I do want. I'd like to live in an atmosphere and a place that I feel happy, sunny, light, comfortable, wealthy, which means have the ability to create good things for myself and for them, lovely surprises, happiness, sweetnesses, lovely surprises, beautiful experiences, moments, shared beauty. And there are the trees of nature that I love so much, the plants, the green, the glades of shade, the light, the brightness of the sun upon them, and the scent of vegetation in the air, and I can smell the scent of the water that's near me, that I can go and swim in, and my toes are in the sand, and there's this beautiful water. I can just walk to the water and swim in it. And then we can go to the house and make pretty little tea parties and food, and there's laughter and merriment, and there are other children there. And there are adults, and they come and they play, and they have a wonderful time with me, because it's all about fun and delight and colour and beauty. Like those glorious colours of that sweet woman today, with all her beautiful pieces of jewellery, that lovely layout of gorgeous colour and lightness and fun, joy. That is who I am. And there's my house with this swing, do you see that? And the steps and the decking. There could be a pool there too. There's flowers and there's laughter. There is dappled light. There is cooking. There are good things of earth. Good things of earth. Trees with roots. Secret magical places. Materials collected from nature as treasures, treasures, treasures. Shells and seeds and stones and pebbles and crystals. And it will be a beautiful place. A place that can be played in, but also gets tidied away. Beautiful. Not messy. Exquisite. Magic. Precious. We're going to sing the sound of it now. See turquoise. See lemon yellow and lime green. I am tessering to my new home. This year, I'm on the swing. Oh my God. There is a fire in the garden. My sweet son is cooking on it. Ellie is exploring and picking strawberries. Go back to the thought form now. The full presence of my soul from places across galaxies, connected here. Connecting. Have some water. As the candle flickers in the background, it's like the ebb and flow of the energy. Let us turn this sphere again, one more turn, and see a new perspective and see what more we have to learn. The sacrosanct quality of a regulation. That is a quote from some sort of biblical manager, some sort of clerk of law. And it is saying this and that. And a very small little cheeky voice is saying, I should just say I'm buying it. And when I go to pay, it will be in my handbag, pocket, bank. For right now, I believe I must have it before I go to buy, because usually that's how it works. And not knowing how to get that first, I am at a stalemate. And what if I say, I buy now? How do we do that? It is an impossibility, my logical mind is saying. It is an impossibility, for how can you have that for which you not have the thing? You need the means in order to make the exchange. You need that money. How can I create that money? Logically, the mind says you cannot. So far there is not a way. You have shown yourself. And there is another part that says, no, 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 no. That is a lie of a knot that can never be untangled because you can never move past it. And the truth is, you must say, yes, it can be, it can be, it can be. I need to stop for a moment. I am urging myself to turn the sphere one more turn. We're turning it down in these last few turns, so the third time down. Let us see what we see now about this thought form. What do I see now? Myself with a pregnant belly. I did not think how to make that baby. That baby made itself through life's longing for itself, as Ali Gibran said. And still I hit against the road of, but my home cannot make itself. And I cannot make it, and therefore I cannot have the home I wish to have. the contradiction that bashes itself again and again and again in the head against the wall. Stop that now. With the scalpel, I just gently remove that thought from my mind. What does my mind look like without this thought form? What does my mind look like without this thought form? What does my mind feel like when I may have my home? I can give it words. I have all of the power of my spirit at my command. I can feel what it is like if only for a moment I give myself permission to feel. How is it when I allow myself to have my home, to have my family, to have my cat? How does it feel when I allow myself to nurture that, to let it be, to let it breathe and expand, to grow into reality? How does that feel? Let us go through the body. How does it feel at the top of my head when I allow myself to put that thought form to one side and to have my home, my desired for her? Does a pulse rich? How does it feel like when I allow myself to have that state of being, of having the home I wish, and I allow it to stay with me? It doesn't get pushed away by fear and doubt. The fear and the doubt that says I cannot pay for it, I cannot sustain it, I cannot look after it, I cannot. How does it feel when I have none of those doubts and those fears around it? How does it feel when I have it? When I have it truly, fully, when I have it truly, fully in the present and in the present and in the present and in the present continuous? How does it feel when I have it and continue to have it and continue to have it? How does it feel when I allow myself to continue to have that which I wish to have? How does it feel when I allow myself to have that which I love? That which I desire, love, appreciate, value, nurture, sustain, love, appreciate. How does that feel? Help me to mold this specifically to the form and frequency of having my beautiful house, of owning my own beautiful home, of owning it. Let me feel that quality that frequency, that state of being, of owning my beautiful home, of owning it. I'm going to take that thought form and turn it one more time with all of my being. We shall see the last piece of the puzzle. It is my mother as a worm in the apple. It made me sick for an instant. That was not her, it was a program that she seeded into the family as it was seeded into her. We can take it out. It is the same program that goes into the solar plexus and affects my breathing. It is that very same distorted figure of 8 which is holding the freedom of natural flow of energy hostage. We have taken it out many times, and I will do it once more again. I turn to you, you fucking reptile. Go away. You have no business here. You have no business in my mother's life. I now command you away. Even if she know not how to do it, I command you away. Take your nonsense, take your rubbish, take your programs of inferiority. I cast them back to you. They now leave my bodies. Yes, they spring back upon you. See how that feels? 'Tis not good, is it? This is myself, my sovereign self, my being, my clarity of being. Your programs cannot hurt me. They are your weaknesses you sought to inflict upon me and my family. Look at my color and light. It just bursts it away. You cannot contain a human soul's essence. See it flick back in your face. I have unzipped the portal. I ask you to step through it and remove yourself from my presence forever. And from my mother. The two of you can now go. Indeed, I command you. Goodbye. And I close the portal shut. And I use my willpower, my God-given, source-given power of being to breathe through and release from myself any restriction. I require no restriction. I take all restriction through every cell of my body and blow it away and out and dissolved. Now it gets changed into very light dust. I am a human being. And I am more than that. I am my own species, my own self, my own light, my own life, my own color. And I am source, I am of source. I am of the Creator, and I create with and for and lovingly in the creation of all. I have my right and sovereign being to be here in all my facets and discoveries and unfoldings, in all my wishes and my desires. They are all valid and a beautiful part of the calling of my soul. For each desire and wish is a petal of unfoldment that Source moves through me and expresses into greater and greater. And any denial of that is a denial of Source in its stretching and expansion and loving growth and delight. For my growth does not hurt anybody else's. We are all expanding beings. There is space for me and for my desires, for my dreams, for my present knowings and wishes and wants and needs and loves. There is space for me to have it. In time, in space, in finances, which is a translation of energy I allow into my presence, into my life, there is space, there is availability. I am it. I hope this will help many of you to allow yourself to have that which you truly love and wish to manifest, to enable and to allow